Hello, everyone. Well, it's another week, and um, I'm very unhappy with the state of the news. There's always something bad on the news, but you'd think that it would take a turn for the better for once. But no, the news is always negative. And I like focusing on the positive. I really do. I really like focusing on the positive, on the good things in life, and the positive things in life. And there's so many good and positive things to focus on, um, such as, such as, school. And school's coming nicely, and I'm doing well. I'm a straight A student this semester, and I'm feeling great about it, doing well in school. Um, so that's a positive thing that I can focus on, is doing well in school. What other positive things are there? Well, um, there's some negative things in my life, like diabetes, and just having a hard time with getting all of my diabetic supplies. It's a really tough thing to get all your diabetic supplies. I can't even get the insulin I need. And I've been trying for days and days on end to get the insulin I need, and no luck. No luck getting the insulin I need. So that's a bad thing. Um, so I'm back to the bad already. I was supposed to be focusing on the good. Like, weather has been erratic, but it's turning nice. It's turning nice weather, and there's been some thunderstorms, yes, but it's turning into nice weather now. So the nice weather is something to be happy about and grateful for. What else? Well, the sky is just lovely today. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful sky, and um, there's some um, people contributing to charities. I think they're giving away donuts to their heroes. Giving away donuts to their heroes. A hero is someone that works in a grocery store, or a frontline worker, a nurse, or a paramedic, or a doctor, or a grocery worker, or a police officer, or um, you get the idea. And or National Guard. They're all frontline, so they all get the treats. They get the free donuts, like they need donuts, right? Just makes people fat. Well, it doesn't make you fat if you eat the donut and nothing else, but how are you going to live on that? On donuts. Pretty unnutritious. At any rate, I tried to think of some good things before I unload on you, because I want you to know that there's lots of good also in this world, and that um, people people are a mixed bag. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, but most people have a mixture of both good and bad in their makeup. Um, I am getting sick and tired. Okay, I am sick and tired of hearing about shootings. Almost every single day there's another shooting. Oh, 5 shootings overnight in St. Paul. Uh, Mass shooting in Chicago, 2 dead, 7 injured. Com- uh, um, Buffalo, New York, there's a mass shooting. And I am so sick and tired about hearing about these mass shootings. And the victims are usually black people. So black people, I'm sick and tired about hearing about black people getting shot and about black people getting killed in these mass shootings. It's just got to stop somewhere, these mass shootings. They just have to stop. I'd be equally as angry if white people got killed in a mass shooting, but it seems like black people are a target. Black people are a target for these mass shooters, and the shooting has to stop. Now, who are the perps? Well, the one in Buffalo was white. We know that, and we know that he was a white supremacist. Um, the shootings in Chicago and St. Paul are not. They are not white supremacists or white perps. They are definitely black people shooting black people. And who knows why? Who knows why? Why these black people want to shoot black people? To me, from my point of view, from my perspective, it's all about the attitude. They feel that they have this attitude that they've adopted, this badass attitude. And they feel that if they're going to talk the talk, they have to walk the walk. And talking the talk and walking the walk means cussing at the top of your lungs, screaming the N-word about 100,000 times in a row, and then killing somebody with a gun. That's talking the talk and walking the walk. And it's sick. It's a sick attitude, and it's a sick way of being. And I know it for a fact because I saw someone just the other day that was talking the talk. And they were prepared to walk the walk, too. They were on their cell phones, screaming the N-word and cussing out this guy and saying, come right over here and I'll fight you. And it was over a woman. It was over a woman. He was saying that nobody comes near his baby mama. And he was defending her as his sexual property and ready to kill somebody because they went near his baby mama. He doesn't even consider her he doesn't even consider her a wife, not a concubine, not a girlfriend, just baby mama. Just a means of reproduction, and he's going to kill someone over his baby mama? Give me a break. But so there's people in this world, oh yes there are, who will kill over some real or perceived slight. And it's a very, very slim slight. But they will kill over it. They will kill over it. And who are they killing? It's black people killing black people. Because they're the ones that have this attitude. They have an attitude. Oh, yes, they do. They have an attitude. And the attitude is, I am a total badass. And I'm going to rule the roost. I'm going to rule my neighborhood. And the way I'm going to rule my neighborhood is killing all of my enemies. Boy, if I killed all my enemies, I'd be the mass murderer of the century. No, you can't kill all your enemies. No, that's not how you resolve conflict. No, but for them it is. For these individuals, it is. Or a certain type of individual believes in their own psychosis, believes they're psycho and that they're going to prove it on anyone that crosses their path. I'm sick of it. I am so sick of it. I am sick and tired of hearing about people getting shot and people getting killed. I'm sick of it. I'm disgusted by it. I'm sick of it, and it should not be. Should not be. Now, why is it that Biden shows up in Buffalo and not in St. Paul or Chicago? Why does Biden show up in Buffalo but not St. Paul or Chicago? Is it not safe for him there? Is he frightened that he'll get killed if he goes to St. Paul or Chicago? Probably. But there's more to it than that. There's more to it than just Biden being frightened of getting shot and killed in these places. Because he can bring his entourage with him, right? He can bring all Secret Service agents that protect him. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. That's not why he doesn't show up in St. Paul and Chicago. It's because Buffalo is an easy score. What kind of an easy score? Well, when you examine it some more, you're going to see that it's very shameful, a very shameful easy score. He showed up in Buffalo and not in St. Paul and Chicago because of the color of the skin of the perpetrator. Skin color again? Yes, that's what Biden lives on. That's his bread and butter. That's his bread and butter. That's how he makes his living. That's how he earns his dough, is by aggravating people with mentions of skin color and with a total focus and a total concentration on skin color. That's what he does. That's what Biden does, and that's what he will do. Is he trying to sow division? Is he trying to rankle people? Why does he care more about the people that died in the mass shooting in Buffalo than he does about the people who died in St. Paul and Chicago? Well, it's just pure politics. It's just politics as usual for Biden. Just politics as usual. He sees that as an easy score. It's easy. It's an easy score. It's easy to point out the white supremacy is bad and the white supremacy is wrong. That's so easy. That's so easy. It's a no-brainer. Even an idiot can do it. Even an idiot could throw a ball and it would be a slam dunk if they took on white supremacy. Okay? It's easy to condemn white supremacy. It's easy to condemn the shooter when the shooter is white and the victims are black and it was an obvious case of racial hate. That's easy to do. And it makes Biden look good, and he can be on the front cover of the magazines and the newspapers and appear online in videos and footage shot of him, and he can make some choice words about white supremacy and about the wrongness of racial hate, and he can look good. That makes him feel good. He actually, when he sees there's been a mass shooting like this that's based on white supremacy, he gets little warm fuzzies inside. He does. He gets warm fuzzies inside because he feels so good that he's on the right side of history, right? He's on the right side of history because he's not a white supremacist. He's white, but he's not a white supremacist, so he feels good about himself. He gives himself a pat on the back. Good job, Joe Biden. Good job. You're not a white supremacist. You're a good man. And now you're going to say some words to comfort the families of the victims of the mass shooting. Why, Joe Biden, don't you show up in Chicago? Why don't you show up in St. Paul? Oh, because that's dicey. That's dicey, and there's nothing he could really say about it because the perps are black. And because the perps are black, he can't feel good about it. He doesn't get warm fuzzies inside. He gets trembling fear inside. And he gets so frightened that he's almost cowering in his shoes, trembling thinking about the repercussions that would happen if he dared speak out against black on black violence. He's scared to death. And it's not a slam dunk for him. And it doesn't make him feel good. It doesn't make him look good. And it's not a easy A. It's not an easy A, and it's not a slam dunk. So he doesn't go there. Ever. I challenge you, Joe Biden. I challenge you to show up in Chicago, to show up in St. Paul, to show up in the major cities in this country where black on black violence is taking place, and to condemn it, to condemn the black on black violence, to condemn the shooters. And you know what else is not an easy A for him? Determining the reasons for these shootings. Because Biden, the very first thing he said was that when he arrived in Buffalo is, oh, we should take guns away. We should take guns away and then the violence will stop. No, there's too many guns out there, okay? There's too many guns out there. The violence is not going to stop if you remove guns. Then all the criminals will be armed, and ordinary citizens that could stop a shooter will not be armed. So that doesn't make much sense to take guns away. That's not necessarily going to stop. If somebody wants to kill badly enough, they'll bring a butcher knife, and a butcher knife, they're not going to ban butcher knives, are they? No, they're not. They'll find a way. They'll find a way to kill. They're killers in their heart and souls. They'll find a way to kill. They'll find a method. The thing that discourages these killers the most is the threat of jail time and the threat of prison. If they're afraid they're going to spend the rest of their lives behind bars, they don't get to kill themselves and have an easy ticket to oblivion. Or so they think. It's not, but they think it is. They think that death is the end. That's why they kill themselves. Because they think death is the end and that they don't have to experience any more pain or any more suffering. That's the way most suicides feel. And so, if they're going to commit a murder-suicide, the thing that scares them the most is being alive, not being able to end their lives, and living life behind bars where they get slammed every single day. So the thing to do is to fully fund the police and crack down with harsher laws against gun violence, and to fully fund the police and to make the system work. To make the system work however you can make it work. To fund the police, patrol the streets, get those liberal judges out of there that make excuses and are willing for people to die for their verdicts. Get tough judges in there that will prosecute these crimes. And most of all, make the sentencing guidelines harsher for these murderers who basically go through a revolving door. They walk into, they get second degree manslaughter. Then they walk right into prison. They walk back out the other way in a couple of years. And that's it. And then they go and they shoot again. And they kill more people the next time. They do. They really do. They kill more people the next time. Get into a fight in the middle of the night when they're drunk. And they kill. They whip out their guns and they kill. The tougher sentences, tougher, harsher laws, more police and fully funded and fully supported by the community, by the way, so that they're not being punished just for being cops or punished for doing their jobs. And more jail time. That will go a long, long way towards sparing black people's lives and the lives of the innocent and the children who are so often the victims of these heinous crimes. These children are suffering. And there's got to be a community outreach too, teaching people violence is not the solution to your problems. Violence is not the answer. Violence can never be the answer. It always fails. Violence fails as the answer to your dilemma or solution to your problems. You don't have to be a badass and you've got nothing to prove. Seriously. But that message needs to be put out there in a big, big way where everyone can see it, where everyone can absorb the import of what it means. So that's it. I'm sick of these shootings. I'm sick of hearing about coronavirus and how big it's going to be in the fall. That there'll be more people than ever before in the fall that are dead of COVID. There's 1 million dead now, supposedly, in America. And I doubt any one individual has been keeping count. So we can't be sure of it, but they say there's been 1 million deaths. That would be 1 in every 330 Americans. So there's 329 Americans that are still alive, and then there's 1 dead out of those 329 of COVID. So that's our new reality, forcing news on us about COVID 24/7, and also in addition to COVID, the news about the Ukraine, and they want to take guns away from Americans. Notice this. They want to take guns away from all the Americans and ship them all overseas to Ukraine, so the Ukrainians are the best armed people who have ever lived. The best armed people who ever lived are the Ukrainians, because they got all of our weapons. They took the guns away from Americans and gave them to Ukrainians. Isn't that irony for you? That's the way Biden wants it. Biden wants the Ukrainians killing like crazy, killing each other, killing Russians. He just wants Ukraine to be a total bloodbath, sending you weapons over there. And in the meantime, he wants to remove all weapons from Americans. He's got it backwards. But that's the way the Democrats usually are. They usually have the solution to the world's problems backwards. And it's not their fault. It's just a point of view which is a failure. That's all it is. It's just a failure of logic. I'm Sarah Jane Alpha Wolf signing off. You guys have a terrific week. Try to avoid getting shot. And you know the evasive techniques to avoid getting shot, right? Like duck and run, duck and cover, duck and run. It's best to run. Run away from the area as fast as you can. That's the smartest thing you can do. If you need to duck down while you're running, that'll work too. But you have to run. You have to run when you see a gun. See a gun, you have to run. And hoping you all stay safe. And I'll see you next time.